Hello everyone, this is Dawn. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to continue my cruise pictures, and if you watched the last video, we were in Grenada. So I've split this into two separate layouts, and now we've gotten off the ship and we are on our excursion, and it's an excursion for an eco hike up to a waterfall. So the papers I'll be using are from the Woven Textures collection and some older Close to My Heart collections. So these are the pictures, and I've created sort of a grid style. Our guide showed us along the way how nutmeg was grown. So he pulled one off a tree and he split it open for us to see. And then there's some other scenery pictures along the way. And then I've taken these other 4x6 pictures of the waterfall, and my husband and I near it for the other page. So I'm doing this grid style sort of collage because they're scenery pictures over on the left page, and you can overlap certain areas of the pictures. So I've got it backed by white. And then I'm going to do a frame of this paper that's from Cape Cod, an older Close to My Heart collection. You might have some in your stash. And then over on the right page, I'm going to do some border strips of this same paper. It's the base is in Lagoon and Glacier, I think, and sort of a jungle pattern. And then this is another really old Close to My Heart paper. I think it's from the Fundamentals collection. So we have sapphire as a base with white polka dots on it. And I just want to do a thin border around the white to make that grid panel pop a bit. So we'll do the same thing over on the right page as well. There are some other collections. There's another one that's I think Regatta has one that's a blue, dark blue base with anchors on it. I just didn't have enough to do that with this layout. So then I'll pull in some of this Woven Textures, and I'm trying to decide which one to use. And I sort of like this larger woven pattern that's a little bit lighter in color. So trying to decide where I want this to be, and we'll just let it sit there for a minute. Okay, so I've got my grids all cut out, and I've gutted some of the pattern papers behind them so I can use them on another project. So I've decided with this Woven Textures, I'm going to do another section that's the same size as the pictures that are 4x6. So we'll go ahead and trim this down so it fits in that space. And then I'm going to do a small embellishment cluster on it and my journaling. So we're going to keep this, this layout rather simple because I'm packing a lot of pictures that are they haven't been sized down. There's a lot of 4x6s on this layout. So I'm going to keep the embellishments to a minimum to keep things clean. All right, I like that with the Woven Textures, that section there. So off camera, I'll glue everything down. All right, so I'm going to pull this journaling tag from, this is, I believe it's Regatta from Close to My Heart. And then I'm going to use this sticker from Everyday Happiness that says, enjoying the moment. So I've cut the tag and I've fussy cut it out from the Regatta sheet. And I've done a little bit of journaling. So I just put the date and mentioned that our guide showed us how nutmeg growed, and he cut it open to show us. And yeah, keeping things simple and clean. So these are the Cape Cod embellishments. They're on craft paper. So I'm going to pull a couple of these palm trees to create my cluster. And you can flip them over if you want to. You can color them with ink. I'm going to keep them the color that they are. And I'm going to set them right about like that. So you could also go to your Cricut and cut some palm trees from craft paper as well to get similar embellishments. And then I'm going to bring in some jute that is from, I believe it was from the No Worries collection. And I'm just going to cut a small bit to add to my tag. And then I'll put that down with some glue dots. And off camera, I've got everything down. So now these are dots that are from the new In Color collection. And I'm going to use some of the Secret Sea dots. They're really cool. They're kind of iridescent, and just going to scatter a couple of those. Things look better in odd numbers, so we'll put 3 of them down. So this was a fun excursion. We hiked through the jungle and lots of beautiful views, and at the end of the hike was a waterfall. On the way, we did have to cross a river. They had a rope over the river, and we got in the water and walked across. And then we continued on to the waterfall, and those who wanted to could get in the little lagoon at the base of the waterfall. It was a really hot day, so quite refreshing. So it was a fun excursion. So here's a closer look at the layout, and you can go to my Insta or Facebook pages and take a look at still pictures. And stay tuned. I'll have a few more videos of a couple more days from our cruise. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button, and then you'll be able to find all of my videos. And thanks for watching.